I'd like to welcome our next presenter to stage, Kate Kazlovich, PhD candidate from the Institute of Biomedical Engineering, Faculty of Applied Science and Engineering, the talk titled, "No Patients Were Harmed in the Making of This Research."
Imagine you're training to become a surgeon, and the very first time you're learning to perform a new surgical technique is actually on a real human being. No rehearsal, no second takes, no room for errors. For centuries, surgical training relied on the traditional apprenticeship model of see one, do one, and teach one. But what happens when that learning is taking place on a patient who can't afford a mistake? My name is Kate, and I'm a biomedical engineering PhD candidate working at the intersection of engineering, medicine, and education. I don't operate on patients. Instead, I work with surgeons to build the tools that help them practice well before they pick up a scalpel in the operating room. Of course, modern surgical training is incredibly advanced, and yet at the higher level, the opportunities are not always equal, meaning that some trainees will be exposed to a lesser number of complex and rare cases, and yet when their moment comes, they're expected to perform flawlessly. So in my research, I create specialized surgical simulation models that feature realistic synthetic organs and tissues and allow surgeons to practice in a controlled and safe environment. Think of it like a flight simulator for surgeons. I use engineering design and 3D printing to make these models with the idea of targeting really complex techniques that are hard to teach in procedures like lung transplant surgery. And this is exactly what you're seeing on the screen. Trainees are learning a new technique on one of our models. But to further evaluate how effective these models are, I conduct studies where I invite surgeons to attend structured simulation workshops where they get to practice under supervision, and we collect data on their performance over time, confirming that these models paired with training can make a significant impact on technical proficiency, accuracy, speed, and confidence. But more importantly, they allow them to practice until repetition becomes mastery. And this matters because surgical training is not just about the statistics. It's about patients, their families, and futures. And by giving our trainees a space to fail, to learn, and to refine their skills, we can eliminate errors where they matter most, in the operating room. The goal of my PhD is to make advanced surgical training accessible, because surgery shouldn't begin with the patient. It should begin with practice. Thank you.